Doesn't work.
Good.
And first Howden?
Jerry Jones, good evening. Is this a little bit like walking into the hornet's nest, taking the ACMs away from Las Vegas?
Well, you know, I don't look at it that way. I'm so proud of what Texas is for country music. And it's almost like Friday night football in Texas. It's just a part of the tradition. And to be able to have a venue and to be able to have it in a market area like that that can celebrate this 50th year of these country music awards is a privilege. And when we were building that stadium, certainly we wanted a place that the Cowboys could play. But we thought, man, what we want to do is have, when we can, the great events of this country. We want to have those great events. And this is one of them. It's one of them. And we certainly want to do our very best to make it a big event.
You also have your eyes on boxing from Vegas, right? To move to Dallas?
Well, I don't go there on, it's a competition here with Las Vegas. It'd be like me saying I pout every time I see a football game played someplace else. Can't do that. But what we can do, seriously, is make it a really unique experience. If you watched the game last night, the Final Four, and we play the two teams square off for the championship tomorrow night. Traditionally, those big venues are compromised in the eyes of many as to the traditional flavor of a great basketball game. I'd like to think, and a lot of people that were there last night thought the design, the way the stadium is cantilevered back over the field, what we do with our huge digital board going down the middle. I actually got the idea for that digital board right here in Las Vegas, watching Celine Dion and that board right behind her. And I went in there and I watched her, the board was there, the board was there. When I finished, I didn't know what it was, but I know it was a heck of a show. And I'd seen Celine every vantage point that you could. And I turned to my wife, Jean, and said, we can do that in football. We can put that right down in the middle of the field and do that in football. And so the point that I would like to make is that we'd like to think that some of the things we've done mitigate the criticisms, or if you will, the technical aspects of having a venue that can have 108,000 people. And we know when they used to talk about the Coliseum of Rome, one of the things that was the most impressive is it literally was a place that thousands were there. And that in and of itself made it more substantive. And so to think that we're going to get a chance for this great show, this great award, to somehow get in and work and make it something special for the 50th anniversary is a big deal to us. Yes.
Last question is for Bob. You could have picked
What is it?
ACM Awards 50.
ACM Awards 50. The minute Jerry made the announcement, 20,000 fans hit it that fast. And I think that if they all buy 2 tickets, we're sold out. So I think this, and that would bode so well for country music. Think of that we're going to a place that U2 has played, that the Final Four has played, that the Super Bowl has played. To think that if we can go in there and sell that out, what a fabulous statement for country music.
Well, I've got to also say, and I must compliment him, you know, you can prepare venues and you can prepare sites, and certainly you can create atmosphere. You don't have to create anything about country music in Texas. Drive down the street, and there's country music here, there's country music there. It is there. That is a big part of it, and that's the whole thing. We have a great hotbed, one of the most, probably the biggest fans that country music have, or certainly Texas would be one of them there. And you know, all of those exes live in Texas, as George said. But seriously, it's a natural. It speaks to really an ethos there that is really alive. It's not made. All due respects, and I'm into that, and boy, I'm for creating atmosphere over here and creating atmosphere, and I do it. We don't have to create country music atmosphere in Texas or in the North Texas area. That's there for us. We've just got to mind the mind, get it done.
And you know, we don't even have to, it's funny because people say, well, we gotta say it's gonna be the biggest, which it will be the biggest award show ever produced in a stadium. No one has ever done it in a stadium, so we've had a lot of challenges to create it. But when I look at that, I don't even have to say the word biggest. I just simply say we're at AT&T Stadium, and I think it speaks for itself. When you saw the video, it just, I don't have to say big, I think it just screams it to everybody without even saying it. I think that's exciting.
We have
I want
two
you to
more
look for something, I'm sorry, but I've got to get this question won't come. But I want you to look for a unique dynamic that goes on. There's a lot of digital entertainment and certainly supplementing entertainment in all the sports industry. But usually you got to look to the right, or you got to look to the end zone, you got to look to the left, you got to look away. The mind and the eyes play funny games. And if you're sitting there and you're looking right at that stage, and your periphery is hitting it when it's 70 feet tall, and those baby blue eyes are sparkling. And when you go back down, you look at it, and your periphery's hitting what? On the stage. When it's over with, you really don't know. But where you have been seeing it, all you know is it's seeing. Is it disruptive? It's positive. It's very positive, and certainly you'll see it in any event we've ever had, Pacquiao, any of them, they're sitting there, but guess what? If they were in normal places, they'd be sitting there away, and George, or your next country music entertainer of the year, would be about that tall. But he's not, he's 70 feet high, right out there, you feel like you can touch it. Yet you're in social activity of the event, and you were there.
We're gonna have two more questions. It's gonna be Chuck and Roland.
This question is for Jerry. Jerry, for the ACM Awards, of course, you got a chance to kind of, be a part of country music history.
Our award show, and we'll make sure it carries over big. We know, we spend a lot of time, as you know, the Cowboys have not gone to the playoffs in several years. We have not gone. Yet we're the most popular TV show there is on television. We lead all teams in TV ratings. We lead 24 out of the last top 25 shows in NFL games, and anytime your Cowboys play, they're up there at the top and leading. And what causes that? What causes that is creating some aura, creating some excitement. And we want to use that as best we can to make this award show, as Bob said, the greatest ever. Bob is a heck of an idea. He brought it to us, and it's a heck of an idea.
Bob, can you address, given that it's going to be the 50th anniversary show, how you're going to incorporate the past 50 years?
And I couldn't think, and I say this with all respect, a better partner to have than this man here. I just couldn't think of a better promoter in the world than to have this guy as my partner.
Well, I just have to say it, there are 40 million people. It's the country's second largest populated state. And if you took the percentage of people in that 40 million that are country music fans, it would lead this nation, big time. And so, get a seat, because it may not be driving but 20 miles to get there or flying in. Seriously, we're in a hot market, and that's a big part of why at least I'm as enthused as we are about
George
it.
Strait sold 100,000 tickets. Amazing. And we've had some great, I wish I had drawings to show you. It's unbelievable what the team has put together for a look of it. It will be an award show like you've never seen. But the whole look of it and how it's going to be is going to be something I can tell you no one has ever seen. It will be spectacular.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.